The door to the boss office slammed open, revealing a flustered and disheveled Vian. She was panting and trying to catch her breath. Vian, sorry boss, I know I am late again, but before she could finish her sentence, the boss interrupted her with a stern look. Jungkook, you're always late, Vian. What excuses do you have this time? She hesitated for a moment, knowing that any excuse would sound like bullshit to her boss. Vian, I was catch up in the traffic, she stammered. Jungkook, traffic? Nice try, Vian. We both know you don't have a car. He replied with a knowing look. She felt her face flushed with embarrassment. She knew she had been busted. Vian, oh come on, boss. You know I can't drive. I was up all night with my new boyfriend, and he's just as much of a mess as I am. He raised an eyebrow. Jungkook, a boyfriend? I thought you were single. Vian, well, no, not anymore. She replied with a smirk, and let me tell you, he's got some pretty impressive skills. His expression turned dark. Jungkook, Vian, this is not the time for your cheeky comments, he said gruffly. You're already late and I have a lot of important work to do. Vian, oh, don't be like that, boss. Vian replied with a flirty tone. Her boss scowled. Jungkook, you better stop flirting with me, Vian. I am your boss, not your boyfriend, Vian. Fine, fine, she said with a playful smirk. But let me tell you, if I were your girlfriend, you would never be bored. He rolled his eyes. Jungkook, I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Now, can you please go to work? I need those reports on my desk by the end of the day. She saluted Vian. Okay, boss, your wish is my command. She winked at him and left, leaving her boss to shake his head in disbelief to her at her boldness. After some time, he came out of his office and scanned the office floor. His gaze landed on Vian, who was busy chatting with one of the other staff members instead of working. Jungkook, Vian, he barked. I need those reports on my desk by yesterday. Get to work. She looked up, her eyes dancing with mischief. Vian, of course, boss. But can I just finish the repeating conversation first? He crossed his arms and glared down at her. Jungkook, Vian, I'm your boss, not your friend. When I give you a task, I expect you to complete it in a timely and professional manner. I don't appreciate your constant tardiness and lack of effort in your work. Vian, oh come on, boss, don't be such a stick in the mud. I'm just trying to add a little excitement to the office. You know you're secretly grateful for my wild antics. I'm like your own personal jester, bringing joy to the workplace. He scowled, clearly annoyed with her carefree attitude. Jungkook, Vian, you're here to work, not to cause trouble. I expect you to take your job seriously and follow my instructions. She rolled her eyes. Vian, fine, fine, I'll behave for now, she said, holding up her hands in surrender. But don't expect me to completely transform into a boring office drone. You would miss my charming personality too much, he signed. Jungkook. Just get back to work, Vian, and please, for the love of God, try not to piss me off any more today. She grinned mischievously. Vian, no promises, boss. You know me, I can't resist pushing your buttons. It's just too much fun. He shook his head in exasperation. Jungkook, God save me from chaotic secretaries, but muted under his breath. He sighed in frustration and returned to his office. Jungkook, why did I hire such a cheeky secretary? He mumbled to himself as he settled back in his chair. He took a deep breath and tried to refuse on his work, but his mind kept wandering back to her antics. Jungkook, maybe she is just trying to get under my skin, he thought, but damn it, it's working. After some time, she knocks on his door and enters with some files, only to find him glaring at her. She gulped nervously as she saw his glare. She hesitantly walked towards his desk, the files in her hand feeling much heavier than before. Vian, I brought the reports you asked for, boss, she said, her voice wavering slightly. He gestured for her to come closer. Jungkook, you might as well come here, since you already interrupted me, and while you are at it, try not to drop the files or make any more sarcastic comments. She hesitantly approached his desk. her heart racing. She knew she was in trouble and braced herself for whatever scolding was coming her way. With a sly grin, he pulled her onto his lap and said, Jungkook, now, Ryan, what were you saying before? Don't be shy, I'm all ears. He held her close, his strong arm wrapping around her waist as he awaited her response. Her face flushed with embarrassment and shock. Ryan, uh, I was just joking, boss. I swear I. With a playful gleam in his eyes, he taunted Jungkook. Come on, wifey. Why are you blushing now? You were so bold just a moment ago. Don't tell me you are getting shy on me now. He tightened his arm around her waist, his body pressed close to hers. She playfully hit his chest and shot him a mock glare. Wine, shut up, cook, she said with a teasing grin. We are in office, let me go. She struggled to get off his lap, but he held her tighter, clearly enjoying their playful exchange. Jungkook, you were saying you were with your boyfriend last night. Were not you, wifey? If you were with your boyfriend, then whom is underneath me last night? Huh, darling? He playfully traced his fingers along her jawline, a seductive smile playing on his lips. Her face flushed bright red, and she hit his arm playfully. Wine, don't tease me, you jerk, she said, her voice both scolding and a bit playful. You know I am just joking. Besides, we are at work. Shouldn't you be focusing on something other than teasing me? With a sensual chuckle, he leaned in and kissed her earlobe, his voice husky and alluring. Jungkook, I didn't start this, darling, he whispered. You were the one who started teasing me. Can you blame me for having a little fun? He pressed her closer, his breath hot on her skin. Jungkook, besides, how could I resist when you are so damn irresistible? His lips trailed down her neck with a series of tantalizing kisses, each one stoking the fire that burned within him. Jungkook, you drive me crazy, wifey. I can't help but want to tease you and taunt you. She playfully hit him, her voice laden with mock frustration. Why? Yeah, stop it. I spent so much time trying to cover up those marks from last night. You are making things even more complicated. She pouted slightly, a mix of annoyance and anticipation in her eyes. He chuckled, his hand tracing along her waist. Jungkook, and why would you want to hide those marks, darling? You know, I quite like leaving them there. He nibbled on her neck, his touch possessive and hungry. Maybe I should make some new ones just for good measure. Fine, I'll kill you, Cook. She tried to scream away, but his arms were like iron, holding her close. He chuckled and kissed her lips, his voice husky yet filled with warmth. Jungkook, I'll see you tonight, love, but for now I am afraid I must go. I have some important matters to attend to. His fingers traced her cheek, leaving a trail of sparks along her skin. Until then, I'll be counting the minutes until I can hold you again. She hit him playfully once again, her chaotic nature surfacing with a mischievous grin. Wine. All right, lover boy, she said, her voice laced with a blend of faint annoyance and playful banter. Go tend to your important matters, but I would better not catch you slaking off. She stopped on the doorway, her voice filled with playful defiance. Fine, boss, I am heading home now. My boyfriend is waiting for me. And frankly, I'd rather spend time with him than deal with paperwork. You keep your work with you. She threw him a defiant glance. He leaned back in his chair, a devilish smirk playing on his lip. Jungkook, well, love, remember that you were the one teasing me first. If I happen to go hard on you tonight, don't complain. After all, you know you love our little games. If you pretend otherwise, his tone was laced with a mixture of teasing and desire. She glared at him, her face reddening with a mix of indignation and embarrassment. Why, jerk, she exclaimed, turning away in a huff. He chuckled, unable to suppress his amusement at her reaction.